Hola a todos. Bienvenidos a Seville. Welcome to Seville. I am in front of the Passaja a Cartojas, which I probably butchered as well. It's another bridge that crosses the Guadalquivir River, or Rio de Guadalquivir. Had an interesting day today, another work day. Got a lot of work done. But in my morning, I decided to go to the Fine Arts Museum of Seville. That was recommended to me by a few people. And of course, I want to go see the paintings. And I got to tell you, you got to go. You really do. For a couple of reasons. First off, they have some fantastic paintings, some fantastic works that you're going to see. In particular, a lot of from the Baroque period. The most famous artist from Seville here is Di Murillo. And I got to tell you, I didn't know much about his work at all. Feel a little embarrassed, to be honest. And when I went to see it, it's pretty good. He's quite good. And like I said, I feel a little embarrassed. I like to think I'm a little knowledgeable about that after, looking into it for the past few years. But I mean, there's so much to learn when it comes to art. And I don't really know that much. But I was impressed, and I felt bad that I had not really heard about him at all. So, but it ranks right up there, really, with all the great Renaissance painters. And it was really interesting because, again, too, I know I'm probably fishing, but there is a Dutch-Spanish connection, right? Like they were connected. The Spanish ruled over the Dutch for a while. And during that period, during the Northern Renaissance and the Baroque period, with all the great Dutch masters. But I saw a lot of that light work in not only Di Murillo's work, but a few others as well. And it was really interesting to see, but there is a connection. But I have to tell you, the most impressive paintings there are from their collection, their 19th century collection. And you could really see a move away from a lot of the religious works and into more naturalism and impressionism. But there was a lot of portraits of people, of everyday people, of villagers, but really sharp. And again, too, like during that period, they moved away from like realism, like trying to, reproduce what you would see and put an impression on it. I mean, I'm not an art critic. I don't know. I'm trying, but this is me, expressing what a lot of people are like. Duh, of course, yes, we know that. We went to school. Anyway, what what impressed me truly was I could see, even with my naive eyes, I could see a passion and a particular style that I could see as being called Spanish. It was a lot of the portraits in particular. I mean, obviously they're in Spanish clothing and stuff, but like the faces and just how the expressions were made and the choices for expressions, all of that was just like, it was very moving. It was really, really interesting. And again, feeling a little embarrassed because most of that stuff I've never seen before, not at all. That was the first time seeing any of it. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. And I'm glad I went. I thought maybe I would skip it, depending on, timing and that, but it was perfect for today because I didn't have anything planned and it was open, right? But here's the thing, and this is crazy. You know how much it cost me to get into that museum? €1.50. Like, they are not charging enough. Apparently, if I was a European citizen or like someone from Seville, it'd be even cheaper. I think citizens of Seville get to go for free. But for all that you get to see, including the building, by the way, it's a beautiful building. Great architecture. The one room is just absolutely huge with fantastic paintings on the ceiling and everything. Just like, they're not charging enough, not at all. I can't believe that. That was amazing. And it's not a huge museum, but I mean, if you take your time and really, soak in the paintings, you got an hour, a couple hours. I think I was there for a couple hours. So, wow, that's budget, man. And which leads me to talk about Seville being cheap in and of itself. I've gone and got tapas the last 2 nights. Been very brave. Yeah, yeah, I know. And I've tried different dishes every time. Really had a go. I'll talk about them later. I might go one more time, and then maybe put them all together. But yeah, I can't believe how cheap it is. Like, every night that I've done the tapas, I've basically got 3 things, like small dishes. I love. It's like a tasting menu. It's so cool, and all the recipes are so inventive too, right? So I got 3 dishes, usually a glass of wine and like a fizzy water. Right, I like my fizzy water, and it's barely been $20, right? Like €20. A lot of food, good food, and like I said, the drinks, and usually like bread. And this time I had olives on top of that and everything. It's really not a lot of money at all. Like, for going out to dinner, nice meal, um, you know. And if I wasn't so gluttonous, I didn't need 3 dishes, but I just, I kind of want to try a lot of things. Um, and I have an appetite. Anyway, you could go cheaper, absolutely. Um, and yeah, I can't believe that. Like, everything's been very, very inexpensive. Now, you go to the touristy places, they're going to be expensive. You buy meals at the attractions, the landmarks, and stuff like that. Of course, they're going to be priced a lot higher. One night when I was desperate because everything had shut down, I have recorded on my phone a few places, and this place was the best street food paella. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll try that. I didn't even look at the price, to be honest. When I got home, I think the next day I was looking at the bank, and was like, that was $20, like 20 Canadian dollars. So, like, I guess like 15 euros, 14, 15 euros. And it's just like, that wasn't worth it. Like, that was like very mediocre paella. I could have had a whole sit down meal pretty much at any one of the great tapas places that, you just walk away from the center of the city, and you find these places, right? Like, of course, and that's sit down. That's not like, we'll put it in a dish and then get out of here kind of thing, right? So yeah, um, yeah, if you're in Seville and you're making the right choices, it's not really. And I'm not one to worry about spending money too much until, of course, I don't have it. But I'm still like appreciating, like, geez, wow, this is really, from the museums, from the little tours, um, to the so far, the mass transit. The only issue that I've had is I just rented a scooter to come out here, and it just stopped working on me. I was like, oh, so I had to like walk it to the next parking thing, right? And so I got dinged, like, I think like €4 for that. Well, probably not that much, but seems like a little bit of a waste considering. Um, but yeah, I mean, yeah, everything's been great. Like, yeah, I don't know what to say. Cheap and a fantastic experience. And I really feel like like I was thinking about this today very specifically, um, very purposefully. I really do feel like I've taken advantage being here. And I might not have said this in the videos, but I think I was a little flustered getting here. Like it was kind of the wrong, well, not the wrong time, but like it was a real stressful time that I came here in the first place. So my head wasn't in the right, like the perfect place. You know, and it's been a tough year for certain things. You know, and so I don't think I was there yet, and I am now. Like you know, I'm excited. I'm really feeling like I'm taking advantage and really enjoying everything. And the fact that the weather's gotten warmer certainly helps. So yeah, come to Seville. You'll have a good time. There's great places to see, even without spending any money. Like just, you know, just walking around is just fantastic. And, you know, one of the things that I wanted to do tonight was come check out these other bridges, you know. And I found a tower, but it was closed. But maybe I'll talk about that tomorrow if that's tomorrow's activity. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. I'm going to have another video tomorrow. Really helps you know when those next videos come up, but it also helps me reach a broader audience and helps with the algorithm and all that. Of course, a like would be super kind. I'd love that. And as always, I love reading your comments in the morning. So please tell me how I'm doing. You know, tell me about Seville. What would you like to see? Have you been here? Have any more advice of great museums I should check out before I'm leaving on Monday? I'd love to hear it. Thank you so much for the comments that you have given. I really appreciate it. I really do. So with that, I will talk to you tomorrow. Hasta mañana. Good night.